I would love a world where everybody had well-defined lower abs, but the fact of the matter is most people going to the gym don't realize that there's specific exercises they should be doing to target that area. In fact, most of the time when I see people in my gym training abs, it's just kind of a general movement, or it's an exercise that places more emphasis on the upper abdominals. And yes, while the rectus abdominis is one muscle group that goes from top to bottom, right? You can still do exercises that play more emphasis on the upper abs, and you can do exercises that place more emphasis on the lower abs, also known as that V cut. In this article, this is actually a really good article. It has like almost 20,000 views. One simple tip to improve your V cut. I'll post the link, as always, in the info section below. And guys, please, real quick, if you do enjoy my content, make sure you subscribe and tap that like button. Our goal for this video is 1,000 likes. So if you really want to have lower abs that are well defined and a good looking V-cut, step 1 is clicking that like button. Step 2 is watching the information in the video. So let's just jump right into it. So in this video, I explicitly talk about doing a hanging leg lift. Now, some of you guys might be saying, Scott, I can't do a hanging leg lift. Okay, so this video is useless for me. I have other variations of exercises for you to do as well, so don't worry about it. We're just going to start here. And the reason why we're starting here is because a lot of you probably can do a hanging leg lift, but you can't quite do it with weight yet. And so if you look closely at this photo, I have a band going across from left to right. And when doing a hanging leg lift, right, you have to make sure that your knees come up and into your chest so you actually get flexion on the lower part of your body. If your knees are only coming up to 90 degrees, you're just working your hip flexors. If you want to actually target your lower abs, you have to bring those knees up as high as you possibly can. And what's happening with this band is that as you come up, the resistance is increasing. So the resistance is getting its hardest at the top of the movement, which is where you're going to be activating those lower abs the most. And then as you go down, obviously the resistance decreases until you fully extend your legs where the resistance is completely off of your body, right? So this is a really good transition going from being able to do a lot of leg lifts, not quite being able to do it with weight yet, but you still want to get more attention on those lower abs as you do the movement. And if we go to the video that's at the top of the article, and you go towards the end here, I show how to do this also using hanging elbow pads, which I highly recommend, especially even if you can hang by your hands. Elbow pads, like why put more pressure on yourself having to hold yourself in the air if you can get more reps done using these elbow pads? And so what you'll notice is as I'm doing the movement, like I just said, as I come up, resistance is increasing. As I go down, the resistance is gone. So as you go up, the resistance is increasing. As you go down, the resistance is gone. And so this would be a really good spot for a lot of you to try doing weighted leg raises. But if you want to go right into using some dumbbells, this is how I normally do it. So you'll notice in this video, I have a dumbbell stack, right? If you have somebody with you at the gym that can put the dumbbell between your feet, that works too. Or you can use my trick and just absolutely kick it out of the way. And then once you find that sweet spot to where you're able to go all the way up and all the way down, you'll notice very quickly that those lower abs, that V-cut, is getting trained. You're placing all the emphasis of the exercise right there. And after doing about 10 to 12, maybe 15 repetitions, you've completed your first set. And all you need to do is 3 or 4 sets of this at the end of your workout a couple times a week. And that's going to be a really great start for a lot of you to start training those lower abs. And of course, if you want to do it without any weight, same exact form, just make sure you're hanging, you're bringing your knees up. And you see that as I bring my knees up, my butt is facing forward, right? I am getting a full flexion of my abdominals at the top of the movement. I'm not just stopping at 90 degrees. So most people just stop here and then go down. You're not really training your abs. I mean, your abs are activated, but you need a flex and a crunch for those abs to get trained. You're going to feel most of this in your hip flexors. So all the way up, all the way down with every single repetition. Now, for those of you who are on my website, muscularstrength.com, and you go to the main homepage, if you scroll down and you type your email in right here, you would have already seen this video last week. You already would have been a week ahead of everybody else trying to get those lower abs, okay? So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter yet, it's totally free. Make sure you go to my website and hit that. Now, I did mention other exercises for you guys to train your lower abs or start training your lower abs. Guys, on my website, go to the Gains library, go to exercise tutorials, and then any muscle group you want to train. If you know what the name of it is, lower abs, click it here. If you don't know those are called the lower abs, you can just click over here on the actual body diagram. And then when you click filter by body parts, I have so many videos for you guys to train your abs. If you can't do a hanging leg raise, all right, but you still want to do exercises that place emphasis on the lower abs, boom, psycho crunch, advanced exercise. Alternating reverse crunch to toe touch, intermediate. Dip to leg lift, advanced. Leg lift with ball, version 2, beginner. Barbell rollout on knees, upper and lower abs. This one's really good. Alternating abdominal kick. This actually might be a really good spot for a lot of you just to start out, where all you're doing is you're laying down on the ground, you're never letting your heels touch the ground, and you're alternating, bringing your knees up as high as you can while crunching at the same time. You can see in this position, I'm actually crunching as I bring my knee up as high as I can. So there's lots of different options for you guys to start training your abs and start getting that V cut. And it begins with you just doing it. Do it once a week. 3 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions. Pick any of these exercises. A lot of people, I think, don't train their abs because they think, well, I don't have time to do 4 or 5 exercises at the end of my workout, so it's not worth it, right? Just do one. I'm telling you, doing one exercise 2-3 times a week at the end of your workouts or in the beginning is going to make a world of a difference when it comes to building out that V-cut. So guys, if you enjoyed my video, please make sure you subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you never miss a new video upload. And as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.